It's just me and my wife.
Maybe it's in a room. Look behind the couch. Maybe it fell back. I'll be down in a bit.
This is riveting podcasting. One thing I heard from
did we record the conversation through the phone?
I'm pretty sure they didn't hear that, but like,
Okay.
I'm grabbing a burger and then you're on the phone. So you go ahead and talk while I bite.
Okay, I'd love to talk. What do you want me to talk about? You or me?
I don't know. Hold on, give me a minute.
Oh, it's Nathan's birthday. Holy fuck, we didn't even announce that. I'm sorry, and maybe he didn't want me to.
That's
But
fine.
I'm telling everybody he's 35.
I'm 35 right
and
now.
he is a happy fucking birthday. It's so awesome that he's here. Nathan's the best. Like when we met, like it was kind of funny. We both have no fear of meeting strangers, that's for sure. Like people are always saying that about me when I meet strangers, but I've never gone wrong. Maybe a few times gone wrong, but that's it. But anyway, Nathan, I started telling him what I wanted to do, and then he started throwing out questions.
This guy used to roam the streets looking for drugs.
Oh my God! Don't tell them that. But anyway, Nathan, the very next day, Nathan drove to my house to give me a couple pedals to try.
It wasn't pedals.
It wasn't, was it? It was something else. What'd you give me?
It was a recording gear.
Oh, recording gear, but it didn't work. Yep, I remember that. All right, because we were thinking of having this be more kind of like he records at his place, I record at my place. But this forced us into a dual studio session where we we killed that first album. I don't care what anyone says about that first album. That first album is the best. But now we have new stuff, new tone, new everything. So it'll be different.
I know this is talking about dual studio. Everything was recorded at the first album. Everything was recorded at my house.
Right.
Guitar, vocals, bass, and the drums are by Jim Dooley. JimDooley.net. Go there, get some awesome drum beats. Only $5 a month.
And you just pasted it to the jam, right?
It was a while ago, so I'm trying to remember, but I did just paste it to the jams. But when it comes to like the songs that have like more structure and more, especially ones that have vocals, I actually would chop those up. So it's like there'll be like parts of the song where I'm like, okay, this drum track, this song is like the verse. This song is the verse. So like I'll find a part of the drums that like sounds good under the verse. And I'll copy and paste it under there.
Yeah.
And then the next part is where it's like there's a chorus or pre-chorus or whatever. I'll like find like a drum beat that matches that sound. That I mean, I wouldn't take different drum. I wouldn't take it from different.
Well, I'll
drum
tell you
tracks.
the way you did it and how it felt was like that was an organic situation between drummers and two other musicians. So no one even noticed that the drums were taken. A friend of mine said after I told him where the drum tracks came from, he's like, oh, now I hear it. It's Jim Dooley, and like so he I mean even he couldn't decipher it. It was just something. Oh wow, that sounds really familiar, but I'm not quite sure. And also, since it was Jim Dooley tracks, the fucking tone on those drums is unbelievable. And so that was nice. And Nathan really did do a good job at linking the playing to the drumming, which is key in any song. It's key in jazz, it's key in rock, it's key in everything. The drums gotta, keep you moving, and they have to. They break up the tempo. I don't know. Drums. Drums is crazy. It's like, look at the Muppets. The craziest dude plays the drums. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, Animal.
Animal, yeah. Oh man, I love that. I love that there were a bunch of Muppets who were stoned playing instruments in kid television. It was just unbelievable freedom we had in the 80s and the early 90s. Much different than now, I suppose, right? There's not much freedom now. That's much freedom.
Yeah, the government's constantly taking freedom, little bits at a time.
I think, I like Trump really seems like he would want a fucking coup, but
A Trumpocracy.
but exactly, he would call it that. But the thing is, he can't plan a coup because our United States. Listen, this is a theory, and you can tell me what you think, but we were designed so a coup would never work. Why? We got a football, we got that Navy football versus Army football. We've got all these rivalries set up between the different branches of the armed forces, and that kind of wanting to outdo the other branches creates a situation where you're dealing with 5 or 6 very different people when really you only want to talk to one.
Well, the thing is that as much as I call out the two-party system, it does create such an scenario where, like, if one party, let's say, like, Biden, let's say Biden's like, you know what, I'm not leaving. I'm president for life, which, considering his old age, might be the next couple of years, but whatever, say Biden says he's president for life. Well, you're gonna have a bunch of red states around, be like, no, we're not bowing down. We're not okay with that. Even if like all the blue states, it'd be questionable if they're just gonna go along with that as well. So like even if all the blue states are like, yeah, actually we're cool with that, like that's gonna make things very difficult because if the red states rebel or vice versa, then whatever power the government have is going to be severely crippled because we could easily end up, instead of just having the power of the world empire to yourself, you end up like splitting the empire in half and trying to like keep control of the remnant.
I'm getting scared, Nathan, and this is a connected issue. I'm getting scared more and more by the amount of censorship that is going on, overseen by supposedly intelligent people like Facebook and Instagram, for example. They have their blind spots, that's true of anything. But I really think fuck, man, what was I talking about? Has this happened?
I was talking about you keeping your mind to your mouth.
No, you ass. You just brought that up now.
There are podcasts. Listen, Steve, you can vouch for me on this, Steve. Okay?
Seriously?
Like, there are entire episodes where, like, half of his volume, half of things he says can't even be heard because his mic is nowhere near his mouth.
I'm sorry, I'm not a professional. And to be honest, though, you watch these podcasts and they're never holding the mic, so it's a little weird. Because I'm always dropping it lower and lower. That pisses him off real bad. And he always chides me in front of everyone. He's like one of those mean teachers, like from the 1800s, that like makes you bend over, like slaps you with a ruler.
Yeah, if you try to write with your left hand, he slaps you with a ruler.
Oh Lord, yeah, yep, that was hardcore back then. Oh man, I grew up in Maine, and
keep your mic to your mouth. I wanted to slap you with a ruler.
Well,
that could be arranged.
No, we will not slap anyone with a ruler unless they're female and beautiful. I love women.
There is something about a woman being spanked by another woman.
Wow, well, it's just an action of dominance versus submission, and I think it's kind of cute. It's kind of like a cute thing. What is weird is when your high school soccer coach for the girls' team slaps them on the bottom. That's weird. That's a situation where is not supposed to happen. So, yeah, you got to be careful with the ass slapping because sometimes it's fine and sometimes it isn't. Like when I used to, I won't even bring that up as an example, but I'm telling you, if people are, it's just don't deal with it.
There was
hypersensitive environments.
You're the Proud Boys. Have you heard the Proud Boys?
Yeah, isn't it like Proud Boys is like some Republican thing, right?
Close enough.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's some like court case going on with the Proud Boys, and it turns out like the Proud Boys are crawling with federal agents. There are people hired by federal officers to infiltrate the Proud Boys, and I don't know what they're tasked there to do, but like there's this court cases revealing that there's at least 50 of them working for the Proud Boys. Put your mic to your mouth.
What does that have to do with you?
That has nothing to do with me.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a Proud
This is
Boy.
just knowledge. You know, where did you get this knowledge?
There's this channel called, I think his name is Robert Goulet or something. He's a lawyer. I believe he's in Arizona.
So he's a reputable guy. It's not just some asshat.
Well, I mean, he's a guy on YouTube, but like he's an actual lawyer.
Right. So,
So,
he's
like,
very knowledgeable.
Yeah, so this is his expertise.
That's cool. I'm liking these in-depth conversations. I think our because we touch upon a lot of things usually when we have conversations like this, rather than just talking about. I like making jokes the entire time. But I will tell you something that made me crack the shit out of me. So, for example, like I like to watch reels, like everybody does.
I don't watch reels.
I know you don't. You are definitely like, if any, only person who could resist and also actively resist. But oh god, I forgot what I was talking about. I have brain damage. It's the last time I'm going to say it, you fuckers. I said get it. I can actually reclaim the thought. Actually, it's pretty neat. It takes me about 1 minute, 2 minutes. I just have to go through a bunch of shit.
Anyway, these 3D printed pics are pretty nice.
I actually like the big feeling, but it's definitely a different feel than what I'm used to. Definitely much bigger.
This one, like the edges are rounded, so it feels more like a normal pick. Whereas this one, it still feels like a pick, but the edges are are way flatter. So like maybe if I sanded the edges to be rounder, then maybe I would feel more pick-like. But like this one was like 3D printed sitting down, lying down flat, whereas this one was 3D printed like standing up.
Interesting. Can I see the pick one? Or whatever color it is? Red.
Yeah, like I said, like that was 3D printed from the rainbow filament. So yeah, it's like a different color than these ones, even though it's the same filament.
I like this color. What happened to the corner here?
I don't think anything happened to it. I think it just. Okay. What happened here is that as the filament dries, it likes to like curl upward, and
Did
so.
you just learn that by someone or Trial and error.
I looked it up online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is like the edge is curling up, which is one benefit of 3D printed sitting down than standing up is that like you don't have the edges curling up.
Yeah, that's definitely good.
Also, there's a night because I have a glass bed 3D print on, and it does give like this nice texture on the bottom.
I gotta practice more this week. I had a pretty awful practice week last week.
I do like how we all just pay second just like throwing it around. I'm trying to throw out the camera.
That was a horrible shot. Nathan just tried throwing it at the camera and he missed, first of all, to the right by like 2 feet, and it wasn't even high enough.
Listen, now you know I'm not an NBA.
You're not NBA material.
Yeah.
You are tall enough, though.
No, I think like a lot of NBA guys are like 6'5" or something. I'm only 6'2".
Yeah, I think 6'2" is a solid above average height.
Yeah, I don't know what tall is. I don't know really know
Tall
what
is
short
definitely
is.
6'2", believe me.
Well,
That's
I
like the
don't-
average
okay,
a woman
wait,
would
I
want.
don't actually know. I know what tall is. I know what short is. I don't really know what average is. I never looked it up what the average height
I'm
is.
average.
Dude. Yeah, so it's just like I know if somebody's 6 foot, that's tall. If someone's like 5'4", 5'3", that's short, and somewhere in
Yep.
the middle is average.
Yeah, like for example, I tell people, no one has ever called me short. No one.
At least average for America.
Not even tall people have called me short.
Really?
It's the strangest thing, and never in my life have I been called short. and I'm right on the line of I'm just right on average.
Cool.
And so I can kind of blend into any part. The problem with shortness and with blending in and being social is sometimes taller guys tend to, like in a bar or something, for example, taller guys suck the energy because the women are more attracted to them, right? So you have to have different strategies. This is going into like game theory and shit.
You trying to become like a pickup artist?
I know.
Trying to come up with like sleazy plans to pick up women?
Oh, not sleazy, please. I'm better than that. But no, I do think that meeting people and seducing people is fun. I liked the part of my life where I did a lot of dating and not, monogamous. Now I'm in a perfect monogamous relationship and it's perfect for me.
Awesome.
But when I was younger, of course, maybe my needs or what I wanted was different. Once I had kids, it just completely changes your life, I guess. So, yeah, it's like putting glue on the family, having more kids. It's like y'all never gonna break up. This is gonna be down. You're gonna go down in the next Noah's flood.
Let's talk about guests. Is there anyone you can think of you might want to have a guest on our podcast?
Oh, okay. And then you're talking about local guests?
It could be local. It could be someone on the other side of the world. Just as long as there's a time where we can meet up and talk to them.
Let me think about that. That would be awesome. Let me think.
I know some people locally that
really?
I'll talk to them. Like I know they're not musicians. They're like libertarians. And I'll try to get one of them on the show.
I have this one guy that you'll like. He does progressive kind of death metal, you would call it, / thrash.
When you start with progressive, I thought you were gonna like talk about progressive politics. Like, oh, this guy's a pinko commie. That's what this guy is.
No. It's like, dude, this. Yeah, it will fuck you over when you forget what you're talking about.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson got fired. Actually, he was in like this weird limbo where like.
Wait, Tucker Carlson got fired?
Well, he wasn't fired. They just I think they canceled his show, but they didn't cancel his contract. So he's in this weird in between state where like he doesn't have a show anymore, but he can't start his own show because he's still under contract.
Is he being too middle of the road?
I don't know what's going on with him.
He probably realizes it's a lot easier to get pussy if you're not a Republican.
I don't think he's quitting the Republican Party. Like I don't think this is his decision. It's Fox News' decision.
Fox News, what a crazy channel, Fox. They have this. They're totally Republican leaning, right? They always have been. But they have the most irreverent, anti. Everything. I mean, I'm talking about The Simpsons, and they have a show like The Simpsons on every day. It's an interesting contrast, don't you think?
I guess. One thing that Tucker Carlson did is like he had on Jimmy Dore and I'm trying to blank on the other guy, but these are two like far left people that you wouldn't think a right-wing conservative would like want to talk to, but yeah, he had him on to talk about. I forgot what he had him talk about, but he had him talk about various things.
Well, that's good. He's being a good journalist if he's getting different opinions up there,
I forgot who it was, but like somebody like called out Fox News for like having different people on to like talk about and actually disagree on like specific topics.
Right, because they also pick, softballs. People that are going to get destroyed in a face-to-face.
That's what Tucker Carlson used to do. I don't know if he still does it, but he used to do it. Like,
he'll bring some ignorant cheerleader on the fucking show who is angry about trans issues, and then he'll fucking, of course, kill her.
It wouldn't be like a cheerleader.
Right.
He'll like want to talk about feminism.
Yeah.
So he'll bring on some like crazy university teacher who's like, she wrote a book about how every man should be fired into the sun or something, crazy shit like that. And then we're like, okay, let's talk about that. And like he just like essentially like he would like destroy them because he would bring on like just crazy people.
You know who else did that a lot? It's a real Republican move. What's his name? Fuck it. We'll do it live. All right. Fuck it.
Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly.
I'm not that familiar with Bill O'Reilly. But
And, he is the worst. He's like Tucker Carlson in the body of an angry old man who's never had love in his life and just doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to rail about how angry he is that the world is changing and it's not going in the direction he wanted. Well, I'm sorry. Why don't you stage a crazy rebellion to kill all Democrats? But that's not going to work, right?
No, it wouldn't.
Going a little off the train there. But we got to wrap this up in a couple minutes. We have 2 minutes.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up now. All right, so
Okay.
I'm Nathan, the bass player. I also play guitar on the side.
And I am Vinny, and I play guitar, and I'm the vocalist as well.
And I also make guitar picks.
He makes a lot of stuff, but guitar picks is his thing now, and I'm telling people are gonna want these because I'm gonna be like, yes, these are awesome.
Yeah. Taubnernaut signing out.
See you, everybody.